Zac Efron is the hottest 21-year-old on the planet. He was still at school when he won guest roles on ER and NCIS, and the temperature started rising. In Disney's smash hit High School Musical, he set hearts on fire, prompting Rolling Stone to name him the new American heartthrob. He sang and danced his way across the big screen in Hairspray and wowed the showbiz crowd with his performance at this year's Oscars. Next up, he stars with Matthew Perry, finding out what would happen if you had another chance to live your life over and be 17 again.
Bet you wish you had it to do all over again.
You got that right.
No way. It's freaking me out.
Freaking me out! I'm pubescent!
This is my chance to have my life over, but to do it right.
I'm going back to high school, man!
Don't even think about sucking me into it with you. I'm here to enroll my son. Sup? What is this you're wearing? This is hip.
What'd you do, monkey head?
What are you wearing? You look like Clay Aiken.
Start your screaming now for Zac Efron!
Thank you for the shirtless shot in the background. I was walking out.
No, thank you, thank you.
I'm sitting there hugging you, I look over your shoulder, and there's your rippling abs. It's, you're an attractive man. I've said it there. You don't have to. I don't expect you to comment, I don't expect you to react, but you are gorgeous.
Good, I'm not going to.
Oh, there it is.
Do you get a lot of the mums? Do you get a lot of the mums and the daughters who are...
No, I have to say, that's the craziest thing about, I think, this time in my life, is that there's a lot of young fans, and they're amazing. They're beautiful and fun to be around, but the moms are the ones that get absolutely crazy. There's some moms out there, aren't there, tonight? I see them. Yeah, so that's the funniest part. Inevitably, when there's somebody that's, like, grabbing you too hard or like, won't let go, it's usually not a young fan. It's a mom or grandma.
And what about...
Does your own mum get a bit nervous around you?
No.
Wasn't there one mum in a wheelchair or something as well?
What'd you say?
Wasn't there one mum in a wheelchair I was reading about or something that wanted your...
Perhaps. That's probably happened.
But wasn't she pretending?
Yeah, that's pretty fun. Oh man, this is from a long time ago. I was at this signing, and there was like stairs that you had to walk up, and everyone was coming one at a time. And this girl rolled up on a wheelchair, and she was a mom, and her daughter went up and got an autograph. She's like, "I want one too." She stands right up out of the wheelchair and walks right up all the stairs. And I was like, "Of course you can have whatever you want." And I signed like 10 things for her, and she walked back down, sat and rolled away.
Zac Efron, you perform miracles. There you go.
Yeah.
Now you should be careful while you're here too, because when you might be polite and want to say the right thing to people, but we have lingo differences, and you've been here a couple of times, and I'm not sure if are you across all of them at the moment?
No, man, I'm still rusty. I was given an interview the other day, and the lady was so nice. She was such a sweetheart, and you know, we were laughing a lot, and I said at the end of the interview, you know, "I'm really rooting for you." And she went silent. "Hello, are you still there?" And she started giggling pretty hard, so I realized that was a bad mistake.
Did someone explain to you the difference in what what root means here?
Yeah, about a couple of days later.
In the meantime, she's already gone home and said, apparently.
Yeah,
Zac's thinking of me every time.
It's going to be on TV now sometime, I'm sure.
Hey, great job at the Oscars, too.
Thanks, buddy.
I thought you did a great job. Was it, you're up there on stage. You've got Hugh Jackman, you've got Beyonce Knowles. There you are. Was it overwhelming even for someone like you?
Yeah, it was, but there's a safety net. You know, no one's going to start heckling or anything because Wolverine can literally just... but no, it was fantastic, man. It was an honor to be up there with those guys, you know, on stage.
Do you ever get nervous, like in any situation? Do you ever get nervous?
100%. I think the Oscars was the most nervous I've ever been in my entire life.
How does
Most
it?
definitely.
How does that translate for you though when you get nervous? Like we never see it. You look like such a professional, and you know you're always very calm and cool. But like when you're really nervous, what happens to you?
I don't know. It's just adrenaline. I don't know. Especially when you're performing, you kind of use that energy. You have to turn it into a positive, you know.
Are you nervous now, Zach? Because you look pretty cool and calm.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I don't know how anyone does this without getting nervous. I'm backstage, like, jumping up and down and getting pumped, and then I just come and sit.
It's weird how you do that, and you psych yourself up and go, ah!
It is. Get ready.
Good.
Gotta
Just
go.
look casual. Just look casual.
Talk.
And of course, in movie 17 again, you playing a grown-up as a high school student all over again. Hasn't been that long since you were in high school, obviously. How was it for you, especially like when you're performing and getting a bit of a profile? Does it help or hinder?
Yeah, it hindered a lot. It was funny. I thought maybe I'd get some kudos for having a couple funny guest spots on TV. But in high school, when you get killed on ER from like a bloody gunshot wound, kids look at you weird after that. So it didn't help a whole lot. It was kind of a freak show thing for a minute.
Did you like take in tapes and things? That's what I would have done.
Show
Always
up.
like dropped headshots or something.
No, you know it did happen.
Oh God, who's this?
One time I was in like, I forget what grade I was in. I was probably like a sophomore in high school, and my teacher taped something that I was on TV. One of the guest spots, I don't know. I'm pretty sure it was ER, and I was getting killed. And they showed it during math class, just to rub it in my face.
Makes sense. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, I know. It totally applies.
Before we move on to the periodic table, here's Zach getting killed somewhere.
Exactly.
I almost said something else, and I was going to say, because an American term for being killed is stiffed. Like, you can get stiffed.
Yeah.
You can, like, it's a mob term. But I just got to be careful. And this is the thing. See, you've got to be careful what you say. You've got to be careful what you do. And I heard, I'm asking this on behalf of your mother, talk that you were in a sex shop.
Okay, I have to set the record straight here.
I hope so.
No, it was like Halloween 2 or 3 years ago, and I went into a really big costume store. You know, there's always that section in the back that you're not really supposed to go. Well, I guess I can't go in there now. But, you know, the adult section, and we were hiding back there because a bunch of paparazzi had snuck in the store, and we were, like, looking at goofy masks and things. And this lady came up and asked for a picture, and I just was like, yeah, sure. And there's a bunch of, you know...
Rubber penises.
Rubber penises and...
masks with zips, that
yes,
kind of thing.
behind me, yeah.
Why do I know these things? I shouldn't know these things.
I don't know.
When you're saying the sort of things that are in sex shops, like, yeah, and boobs and masks and... Anyway. And then what, it got printed somewhere?
Yeah, then it was like on TMZ, but not till like a year later. And, you know, my mom called and was like, Zach, what are you doing? Don't take pictures with fans in sex shops. If you're gonna go discreetly, go privately, get what you need, and get out. You know, but don't be posing with fans. Do you know how bad that looks? Do you know how bad that looks? And I was
Where's
like,
rubber penis now, Zach?
And yeah, next time she'll make the fake ID for you too. That's a good thing. Go to Pete's mum. She'll make the
Yeah, it's
fake
gonna
ID
happen
for
next
you.
time. She'll probably... Never mind.
Zach, are you ready for your final five? Here we go. Number 5. Growing up, who did you have pictures of on your walls?
Tyra Banks.
Oh, hey. Number 4. What's the weirdest rumour you've read about yourself?
At one point, there was a rumor that I was on steroids. And that was, I don't know, I'm not that big.
Fair enough. Number 3. What was your nickname in school?
I didn't really have one. Zach is so short. It's so easy to say.
If you lived here, it would probably Efro, Zaka. Number 2. Finish this sentence. I have a secret fear of.
Sex shop.
Sex shops. And finally, number 1, your visual question. What's the first thing you think of when you see this?
Oh, wow. That's disturbing. I don't know what that brings to mind.
I can go with your first answer of disturbing.
Yeah, disturbing.
That'll do. All right. 17 again. Yes. Grimace eating a child, for those of you wondering. 17 Again opens in cinemas across Australia on April 9 and New Zealand April 16. Zac Efron is sticking around. Thank you, my friend. Good to have you on. After the break, ahoy, me hearties!